Hi, everyone. Today's the 17th of January, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. I want you to take a look at a couple of different things that are happening in the markets that are telling me that buying is slowing down just a bit and that we need to be very careful about where we're positioning. First of all, from the weekly high close, we bounced right off of that level. We've been doing that for the last couple of days. This morning, we've gapped down just a bit, and the traders are trying to recapture our levels around 473.80. All right, so 474 was the region that we had said, hey, listen, you want to buy a 0 DTE SPY down here, and then when it gets to 476, you need to get out. And that worked very, very nicely. Today, we're looking at the same thing, except the buy point is right here. If we lose this, we're very likely to head back to 470. Now, what is my supposition? Well, my supposition is that we get back to 470. I actually think we will fade a fair bit in a grinding kind of motion because I believe this Keltner band tells us that we are a wee bit sideways. Now, does that mean that you can't buy the dip? Of course not. The trend is up. So the deep dips coming into 470, nice round number. You're going to see buyers try to do something there. You're also going to see buyers try and do something at 468 if it happens to get that far. My thought is, however, that in this kind of formation, as long as we stay below 474, selling the bounces will be the most reliable plan of action. That's my thought. Levels, I haven't touched them. They remain the same. 66, 64, 68, 70, 74, up above here, 75, 76, 77, 78. We're just going to walk it straight up if we recover. Let's take a look at the cues. All right. Cues began a pretty good day, and, they held fairly well. Here's their number, 409. Now, again, this one's kind of tough. High, lower high, fade, bounce, high, retest of the high, closes right around the same area, indecision. Lower high, closes right around the same area, indecision. And so what we have to look at is what are the tech moves trying to tell us. I think it's the same thing. It's range-based formation. It did not break the 406. So that's going to be the 406 even, right? That's going to be the line in the sand. We get below 406, I think we see a little bit of a cascade. 406 is the 0 DTE buy space if you're looking at something. But of course, this is just educational. Cannot tell you where to buy and sell because I'm not a registered investment advisor. There you have it. Okay, so moving up the chain, if you watch your risk and you go, hey, I think I'll buy this 406, you probably want to start taking some profit at 408 and most definitely at 409.50. That's just going to be something that it does. I think this is incredibly sideways, even in terms of risk, but you know the levels, right? So make yourself an alert. 408, line in the sand. Below there, sellers are going to try to accelerate into 402, potentially 400. All right. Now, let's take a look at the ES. For those of us that trade the futures, of course, we can approximate picking up those 0 DTEs on the SPY and the Qs using the futures. And right now, these guys are in a bounce. Came off of our 447.70-ish area, right? Kind of a big deal, right? Trying to push up above the low of the prior day. That also looks a little bit bullish. So they're trying to claw their way back. I'm inching these up a little bit because of the noise. So what do we have to look for? Well, clearly below 47.73, pump the brakes on the long. No bueno. Okay? Below that, we creep down into the 61, 49, heavy congestion at the 34 to 35. I think we stick in here for now. Clearly, high, lower high, higher lows that broke down yesterday and are in continuation today. So my suspicion is that we don't get above. Wow, sorry about that, folks. That we don't get above 4,800. If, for happenstance, we do, the buyers are going to try and press forward because it's a round number. They're just going to get after it. That's what they're trying to do. All right. On the docket of news, here's what we have. Mortgage applications just came out. I have no idea what it is. Retail sales going to come out in just a wee bit. Import prices, these guys, of course, auditioning for their next roadshow after they leave the Fed. Industrial production, business inventories, housing market, beige book, right? We normally have the EIA, but that's going to be tomorrow because we had a 3-day week. All right, but that is really what we are looking for. We're looking for the traders to try and hold this edge. Notice a lot of selling at the highs on the week. This to me tells me it's a sideways pattern waiting on the Fed, and they're just trading the range, which would be super cool because, interestingly enough, I make my most money range-based trading. I don't know why. But in any case, that's what we want to look for. Those are the levels. All right, let's get to the NQ. Bonds are up a wee bit this morning. They faded yesterday a little. They're kind of clawing back, but the UVXY, which is, the volatility index I like to watch, is coming off its lows. Does that mean anything? Not really, but it is something to watch. Here are the Qs having the same trouble from the weekly formation. Daily formation, this is the NQ, it looks very different to the QQQ. So look at this. Doji, 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 kind of a doji, right? Lot of indecision about what's going on. And then we just had this massive overnight break that holds our low of 793. So what do I suspect? You buy the bottom here and you sell the top. I don't anticipate a big breakout over here. I'm going to be looking for the 0 DTEs in the Qs. If the NQ gets to 17,027, I'm going to look for the 0 DTE calls up there. I'm going to be looking for puts. Here, I'm going to be looking for calls because I do believe we are going to still be sideways. We are waiting on the Fed. That's my thought, and I think traders are moving all through that. Now, Bloomadoo, here we go. Listen, with all the unrest in the Red Sea, with all of it, take a look at what oil is doing. See, so, not to beat a dead horse, but all you guys know, I am very bearish on this instrument. I don't know why it's doing this, but it appears to me that it is the canary in the coal mine. And so my thought is the same. Sell the rips and buy the dips just so long as it doesn't break 70. If it breaks 68, if it breaks 70, it's probably headed to 68. And if it loses 68, we've got 67 and 65 to watch. This is a beautiful instrument to trade. I really love it, but you have to keep your eyeballs on it because it is $10 for every penny that moves. Hey, listen, great morning. We're going to have a good day, and I'll see you all on Forms. Take care.